Happy New Year's, guys. New year, new me, and Paramount has now taken over for 2026 UFC. Seeing all the ads in theaters, actually, it's really interesting. But the first card, Paddy versus Gagey, Paddy the Daddy versus Gay Cheese. Interesting fight. Actually, really exciting. It's gonna be like as you probably could tell or already told, I'm a Paddy fan, big Paddy fan, love him, one of my favorite fighters. But Gagey, I don't really like Gagey. I think he's actually shit. Like, and before you click on, I want you to listen to. Wait, before you leave, don't leave. Just hear me out, all right? Let me explain why I think Paddy's gonna beat his ass. All right. Just let me. Okay, but I'm going in this with absolutely no bias. I know what I just said. I think you shit all this, right? But I have reasons. Okay, I have receipts. But let's go back into the old format of the previous videos. Now that I have the time to do that, let's start off with the clinch, baby. Love the clinch. But I'm thinking I haven't seen anything ever from Gagey besides getting held up against the fence and submitted. Not held up against the fence, but he gets slimed out by any grappler that does slightly in the clinch. He's done for. So that goes to Paddy, because Paddy's actually done a few clinch things, especially in the Michael Chandler fight. We saw a bit of that. Talk about their size and reach next. Justin Gagey has a 70-inch reach. Paddy has a 73-inch reach. So Paddy has a 3-inch reach advantage against Justin Gagey. Another thing is, Gagey's taller. He's definitely taller by an inch. But now size as in weight range, I would say Paddy's just bigger. Paddy Pimblett is just bigger than Gagey. I mean, he just eats more and he's bigger. You see him off camp, all that stuff. Let's go to the best part for Gagey, which would be the boxing. Pimblett is Pimblett's how do I explain this? Every fight he goes up in impressiveness. This is so good. This is so cool. Oh my god, he improved on this. He improved on this. He's looking better here. His boxing has stayed the same. It's this fight I'm looking for any type of improvement, if he even is gonna strike with him, because the last fight I was kind of impressed was it the Ferguson fight. I'm pretty sure that's the last time he threw a punch too. So, or besides the what was it? What was it called? The stubby guy. What's his name? Michael Chandler. Sorry, I'm a casual. I don't know anything. But after he fought Michael Chandler, there's just no improvements. His boxing, I saw, he's still doing this at his opponent. He's got those weird looping. It's never a jabber across. It's always like this, right? It's not. It's and it's so awkward because even goes into a blitz sometimes, and that works for him sometimes, right? But I don't think it's gonna work against Gagey. I think Gagey is too. I think. I'm gonna say quick now, but I'll explain the speed thing later. But I think maybe, or regardless, but I think regardless, I think Gagey's gonna be quicker with the boxing exchanges, right? Or just exchanges in the pocket. That's just his thing. You can't beat him at it. The thing is you can't beat him at it, right? Unless you're Poirier, of course, but you can't beat him at it. But Pimblett's also kind of shit at boxing. So it's that's super duper dangerous now for Paddy, right? So don't box, don't stand with him, that kind of thing. That will probably go to Gagey. Gagey is a phenomenal boxer. Kinda. He's okay. He's okay boxer. Sloppy boxer, I'll call him. Kicks, definitely going to Gagey. I've only seen throw a head kick and a bunch of calf kicks, and he's really good at those two things, right? But I personally, I I value quantity over quality, right? Because quality sometimes doesn't matter, like when scoring points or doing damage. I think does matter though on quality, but the thing is, it's more quantity based. I think. Definitely Paddy. I mean, his last few fights. I mean, we had what was the last two? It was Michael Chandler. There was a bunch of interesting kicks in that one. Not a bunch, but maybe three. But and then his Bobby Green performance. That was low kicks a lot of that. And I just haven't seen a lot of variety of kicks coming out of Gagey. Recently in his last few fights, which have been like years apart. Um, Wrestling. I'm gonna put wrestling and BJJ in the same category here. Paddy's got it, man. Let's go over it, okay? I know a lot of people are going over before when they saw the matchup, right? When everyone saw this matchup, they went Paddy immediately, right? And I'm seeing a few people like turn cheek here because or turn heel and run because they're like, I think it's like a nostalgia thing because they're all like, oh, but maybe Pimlet's gonna like. Maybe I don't think he's as good anymore. I think Ashley Gagey's gonna get it done. There's a lot of that going on. I'm like, we have evidence that he does terrible against grapplers. I'm picking Paddy against Gagey, who's getting submitted by Oliveira and Khabib. And before you go, oh, but Pimlet isn't on the caliber of those two fighters, right? Of Oliveira or Khabib. He's close enough. That's as big as accolades. Accolades? Yeah, I think that's the right word. Accolades. But I think those are the best ones. I think that's his best attributes, right? Accolades, attributes. I don't know. I don't know if that's the right word. Accolades, whatever. Who cares? Just get out the habit, whatever. So we're just gonna mash those together. Cardio. I'm gonna put cardio and speed together here because I want to talk about both right now. Cardio, I would say, goes to Gagey, right? But the thing about that is, Pimlet has like okay cardio. It's not great. It's like 1 to 2 rounds maybe, and then he kind of gasses out in the third, sometimes the second. Yeah, so I'm definitely gonna give this one to Gagey. But the thing is to keep in mind, he is older, but we have not seen a decline in Gagey, right? So it's like when you see Poirier fight, he had a slight decline in what was it? He was obviously slower in the Makhachev fight, and then he was abundantly slower in the Max fight. And the thing is, he wasn't Gagey and Poirier are like almost quite literally the same age at this point. But the thing is, in Gagey's last performance, we haven't seen him have that slight decline in speed, right? And the thing is, when speed goes, so does cardio sometimes, right? So I'm thinking we might see a little bit of a depleted Gagey, a little older, because, he is, I think he's like 37 when he goes into this fight. But, or 36 or 37, definitely on those two. But, it's like, I haven't seen anything, so I'm definitely going to give it, I'm definitely putting this into Gagey's category. Gagey will have better cardio, most likely, right? And that's like the age factor of it. The age factor. I mean, Pimlet is quite literally like in his prime. This is peak Pimlet we're going against. This is the weird part, right? And I feel like this might be not why people are switching. We already went by, I think it's biased why people keep switching over to Gagey more. But I'm looking at how old Gagey is, right? 30, 37, 36, whatever. And then we have Pimlet, who's like 30 to 31. He's in his prime. Now think of it as like what is it? UFC 5, right? You put a prime Gagey with all like good stats except boxing, of course, because he's trash. And then you put a little bit of an aged Gagey. Who do you think out of the two are gonna come out on top here? And this is like a super simple, version of what we're talking about here, right? For UFC, I don't remember the card name. I'll put it in the title. I don't know. All I know is it's Gagey versus Pillman. That's all I know. But if you make it that simple, where it's like, oh, it's UFC 5, little older Gagey, and a prime Pimlet. Pimlet's gonna smoke him, and that's literally what we're looking at right now. And it's just like, oh, the knees. All right, let's move on to the next thing. But oh my God, I'm telling you guys, Paddy's gonna win this. Paddy the Daddy. But gay cheese. Knees and the elbows. Definitely. I mean, look at Pimlet's last performance. I'm pretty sure it's on YouTube, you guys. He finished him with elbows, right? And he was kicking him. He also was like throwing knees and then turning them into kicks. It was a real weird fight. Paddy fight's so weird, you guys. But it was interesting because he used, I don't know, it's a weird way to say it, but Pimlet definitely has more knee used in his career than what is it, Gagey does, right? So it's automatically gonna go over to Paddy. I don't think Paddy's going to use the knees as much in this fight though, because the reason he included those knees or started throwing them even more was because how tall Michael Chandler was. He's 5'8", and Paddy's 5'10", and then Gagey's 5'11". He's taller than the both of them. So I don't think we're gonna see. We might see a few, like maybe 3 at most. But it's like I don't think he's gonna risk it. I don't think Paddy's gonna throw any knees against Gagey unless they're in the clinch or something. But the thing is, if you get like close with Gagey, that boxing's gonna hurt. It's gonna be out, you know. Yeah, man. It's how. I mean, how do I see these guys winning? I don't know. I'm telling you, I'm being honest here. I think Paddy wins by like second round or third round submission. I think he subs him. I just think he subs him. He just has all those attributes, so I'm not gonna go into why I would think he would win. He's just better in a lot more places, and he's in his little prime, guys. Prime time Pimlet. That's got a new thing. Prime time Pimlet. But it's like the only way I'm seeing Gagey win is he stays at like a far range, and the thing is he usually did that with Khabib, and it didn't go. And I know we don't compare those two, Pimlet and Khabib, but the thing is they're both gonna be trying to stay either far away, or I think what was it, Gagey's gonna be like trying to get closer and closer and closer and close the distance with Paddy, which Paddy is so used to, I think, at this point. So I'm thinking how would Gagey win? I just don't see it. I think he'd win by I don't think he knocks him out. He definitely doesn't. God, I hope this age wells. Age wells? I'll just age wells. I hope this ages well, because if he gets, which I don't believe he would be. I see a decision. I see a split decision with Gagey. I just don't think Gagey. I don't think Gagey has the veracity to like come after Pimlet. I think he'll be so cautious of his grappling game, that kind of thing. And also, how many times have we seen like, even if he does like chin Pimlet, also Pimlet's chin is a lot better than Gagey. Gagey has a chance of getting knocked out here. I don't think Paddy has too much. If Paddy even does get hit, he'll probably just be knocked down. And even if he's just knocked down, right? I have never seen Gagey do like proper ground and pound, right? And I get that, but it's like even if he does knock him down, he's not gonna go he's not gonna engage with Paddy on the ground. He's a grappler. Why would you do that? Just a smart move by Gagey. I just don't see him winning. I just don't see it, you guys. That's my prediction. I got it. I know I've had a bad record. I know I've had a bad, I 1-1, but I'm telling you, about to be 2-1, man. I can't tell you how confident I am with this pick. I haven't seen so many people switch over. Oh my God, well, that's all I got, you guys. But I'm telling you. like, subscribe, you know, comment even, you know, tell me what I can do, what you don't like about the videos, you know, just give me some advice here.